Good evening, Wizards. Good evening. Good night, Wizards fans. It's 1 a.m. and I'm live. We just lost to the Clippers 119 to 105. A tale of two halves. The first half was atrocious, dude. It looked like November basketball for us. But the third quarter, we came out with life, with energy. We outscored them by 12 points. We ended up losing by 14 points. Granted, the Clippers, says right here, they led 90% of the game. They had a lead against us. But the main stat right here, fast break. They had 26 fast break points to our 12. Transition defense remains a problem for us. Anyways, let's get straight to the stats, y'all. I'm not going to try to stay on too long. A couple of big things happened tonight, even though we lost. Today, first things first, before we get to Alex Sarr and that BS ejection, I was pissed off. I'm not going to lie. It was two soft technicals on him, man. Yes, well, Pullen, you're right. At least we lost competitive because after the first half, I was just like, dude, what the fuck, dude? Like, now it's just like nobody wants this come like November basketball thing. We're done with that. Young Mill says we was getting our ass whooped in the first half. That's true, man. That's true. We were down by 19 points at the half. 19 points. We were down by 24 points at one time. We cut it down to 1 point. You know, we made a big run. In the second half, in the third quarter, we cut it down to 1 point. And we were down by 24 at one point. Anyways, Gerflump says, what the hell is the title? I tuned in at half. What the fuck happened? All right, so let's just get straight to it. You know what I mean? The two main things that happened today, Sarr got ejected. There's the first, in the first quarter, wait, let me turn this thing on. In the first quarter, he was arguing a call, and he didn't even yell at the ref. I think he said something in French, just like, something like that. I guess the freaking ref knows French. Because I saw the replay, I was just like, he wasn't even yelling at the ref. He complained, but everybody else complains in this league. I do like that he's complaining, though. You can see the confidence with him growing. So I was like, all right, whatever. The first tech happened in the first quarter. The second tech was BS. Was complete BS. Here, I'm going to show it to you guys right here. So this is it. He gets called for a foul.
Parents are coming to get you.
That's his reaction right here. He just spikes the ball. I guess the ball spiked a little bit too high, and I don't think he even intended. I don't know. The ball was extra bouncy. That like, what the fuck? And the refs call for a tech again. It's the second tech, and they ended up escorting my Frenchman out the freaking stadium. Look at this. Anthony Gill, being the unk that he is, he's like, fuck it, I'm going with you. Gill saw enough. He was like, man, I don't want to see this shit. Like, fuck it, after the first half, I don't want. He saw us out. I thought this was a BS tech, y'all. BS tech. BS tech. Doug. So, I don't know. The second biggest thing happened tonight was freaking Bilal Coulibaly. Bilal Coulibaly got injured. He got out. My bad. He got out. Man only played 10 points. Have you in my notes? Hold on. It was a Bilal lower back tightness with Bilal Coulibaly and did not return. Only played 10 minutes. Did not return. Dude, I read a stat. I believe it was Greg Fenberg who said this. This is Bilal's 5th different injury this year so far. We are now about to hit the first half, well, the half mark way to the season. 5 injuries in the first half of the season for Bilal Coulibaly. He started off the season injured. You see, I'm a Bilal Coulibaly supporter. I'm a Bilal Coulibaly realist. I am. But at the same time, it comes to a point where I'm just like, it's kind of hard for me to defend you, man. 5 injuries within one half of a season. Something's like, he's clearly doing something wrong. Now, I know you can't prevent injuries. I know that. But your current routine, your diets, everything, that's got to be, you got to get secondhand opinions on this, dude. You got to, I don't know, like, because what you're doing right now is not working. Clearly not working. I was talking to this dude on the chat. He messaged me. I believe his name is Daniel. Shout out to Daniel. And we're going back and forth regarding possibly lowballing Bilal after this season. And I was just like, I'm for it. Granted, Bilal's been playing much better as of late, actually for a while, so kudos to him. But the best availability, or the best ability, is availability. And even if we lowball him, and this man's not playing, what's the point? How are we going to reap the benefits? How are we going to have a nice team-friendly deal, which is the whole idea of lowballing Bilal, so that we can, he can grow into his contract, continue to get better. I don't know, man. Like, they haven't given us more updates, lower back tightness with Bilal, but we play the Kings on Friday. Odds are, and like I know y'all thinking this too, we might not even see Bilal on Friday. Only Ben says Bilal for Kuminga. Make it happen. Ben wants Bilal for Kuminga. What do y'all think about that? I'm not ready to give up a Bilal. But then I see Peyton Watson over here wrecking in Denver. And I'm just like, fuck. Hey, man, Bilal better make that Denny Avdia jump next year, the 4th-year jump, because I'm just like, dude, come on. You better lock in this offseason. Screw France. Don't play for France, dude. Lock in. Enough. Let's see here. Let's see what else is saying. Ilar Baiza says, do you think Trae Young and Trae Johnson are a good fit together due to the defensive deficiencies? That's obviously going to be something that, is going to have to be patched up. It'd be nice to get a guy like Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson and Jaden Clayton to help, But Trae Johnson's improving his defense, though. He is. Active hands now. Let's see your thoughts on Peyton Watson's high ball and free agency. Dude, I might be in. We got the money. He's a restricted free agent. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd be in. The way he's playing, though, like the price tag is going up for him. Bilal has no bag on offense, says Doug. Maybe the modern-day Bruce Brown. You see, as a Bilal supporter, man, I'm just like, what the fuck? I got no retort to this. Now, I'm not a freaking AJ Johnson, like, one of those AJ Johnson fan club dudes who think that, AJ Johnson going to be a super, like an all-star still. AJ Johnson tonight, going to have 3 minutes. Man doesn't look it right now. He doesn't look it. Bub Carrington was off tonight. 1 of 11 for the field, 0 of 6 from the 3. Just off. He did have 7 assists, though, and 5 rebounds, but his jump shot was just off today. In the previous stream earlier today, I was actually glazing Bilal. I was actually defending Bub, and I gave him the dirty bucket curse, and now this man could have been freaking hit a 3. Like, All right, let's get straight to it, though. I don't want to stay on the stream for too long, y'all. I'm surprised a lot of people on the stream, though. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button and subscribe if you... There. I can't even talk now, man. I'm a little sleepy. No, if you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. All right, so let's go straight to the points, man. First half reminded me of November basketball. No energy. No, the competitiveness was gone. It seemed like there was no life with us. Granted, Chris Middleton came out hot. I believe he scored our first 7 points of the game. He had a really solid game tonight. You got to give his props to Chris Middleton. He had 17 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 7 from the 3. Yes, Will Riley had big time. I'm going to get to Will Riley in a bit. And also Marvin Bagley. Hell yeah. Marvin Bagley was awesome tonight. Ken Lewis talking about Trey Johnson. I hear you. Let me just go straight to the notes real quick. Because the first half, I mean, the main thing that I was thinking about, and y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Like the first half of basketball, like I said, we were down by 19 points. Transition defense was horrible. It's just November defense right there. I'm just saying to myself, even if we do get like a Peterson or DeBonsa, like that's not going to patch up this team if we're not playing how we're supposed to be playing on both ends of the floor. Like we need that fire lit. We need that competitiveness back like what we had during that 12-game stretch. I saw dudes quitting out there in the first half, man. It was just bad. I'm just like, dude, not even LeBron could save us with this. Like, it's just like, But I was proved wrong. And in the third quarter, they came out guns a-blazing. They were awesome in the third quarter. Keyshawn George. I came in. During halftime, I was just like, no, Keyshawn George needs to start being selfish. Demand the ball. Once Keyshawn George is being more selfish, we'll come back. Not even in this game, but we'll start playing better from the stretch now because we're now in a 4-game losing streak. What happens in the third quarter? Keyshawn George goes ham. Man finished with 23 points, 9 of 15 from the field, 2 of 7 for the 3. Keyshawn George had nice on-ball defense on Kawhi on the third quarter. And it's crazy to say because Kawhi finished with 30, I believe. Yeah, 33. But in the third quarter, there were stretches where the Clippers couldn't do shit. They weren't. Marvin Bagley, he started for Alex Sarr in the second half. You saw the difference once Marvin Bagley got subbed out for the Vooch. The Vooch played, obviously, because Sarr was out. He got ejected. The Vooch went off. 10 points in 8 minutes. Like he was doing the main Vooch thing. But his pick and roll defense, man, they were tearing him apart. How many lobs did James Harden have with, just like the drop coverage is just non-existent with the Vooch. And you saw the difference between night and day once in the beginning of the fourth quarter when Bags got checked in, then the Clippers went on a dry spell and they couldn't score anymore. And then obviously, they went on 11-2 run, but that was, to me, it was just like, that's just the Vooch effect. He gives you, if he's on that night offensively, he's going to get you 10 to 15 points in like 10 minutes, 12 minutes. But his defense, it's just like a net zero. Like, it's just like, it just cancels each other out. But, anyways, let's just go in chronological order, y'all. I'm already in the 13-minute mark. Also, before the game starts, I want to show y'all this clip. This was Wizards great with the future possible Wizards great. Look at that. I love that. Bradley Beal and Trey Johnson.
Wizards 20 turnovers in each of the last 3 games on average. Got to cut that down.
That's awesome right there. That's awesome. I wonder if it's like their first time meeting. I don't know. Anyways, let me read what chat's saying. Ali Channel says, does anyone think Trey cries too much for a 19-year-old kid, always complaining to the refs? Only Ben says everyone cries in the NBA. That is true. I mean, you can factor that more. The Trey's just super competitive, ultra competitive. But I do see that though. Okay, let's see here. Our starters tonight were Trey Johnson, Coulibaly, George, Middleton, and Sarr. Same old starters. I guess PG by committee again. Like I said, Middleton came out, scored the team's first 7 points, hit at 3 and 2 middies. Sarr got a tech. First, he's drawing at the official. Then the Clippers went on a 12-0 run. After that, Trey hit a deep 3 as usual. Doesn't feel like he does one every single game now. It's awesome to see. Let's see here. In the 3 minutes that AJ Johnson played, the freaking Clippers were like, hey, man, shoot the damn ball. They were giving him the Bilal Coulibaly treatment. And AJ Johnson's like, okay. AJ Johnson, man, I don't know, dude. I think he's years away from maybe even being a rotational player. Too raw. I don't see what people see who think he's a future star in this league, man. I think, as a matter of fact, AJ Johnson should use his length and athleticism and take the Chris Dunn approach. I was watching Chris Dunn play, and I was just like, AJ Johnson, 6'5", 6'11" wingspan. He needs to change his identity, man. He's not going to be able to stick in the league with what he's trying to do right now. Take the Chris Dunn approach, man. All right, too much AJ Johnson talk, man. I don't know. It's too much. I don't just like. I don't see it. I don't see it. Unfortunately, I wanted to prove me wrong though. But, anyways, after the first quarter, we were down by 15 points, 37-22. Let's see here. Like I said, we were getting wrecked. Defensively, was just allowing wide open shots. Then after that, Bilal headed to the locker room. Ended up being a lower back tightness. Wizards announced that he is out for the remainder of the game. Riley had a nice fast break and one to begin. Riley in general, 12 points tonight. Kudos to Will Riley. I got to clap soft. Everybody's sleeping. But 12 points tonight, 12 and 27 minutes. 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I like what I saw from Will Riley. A couple of really nice drives. He had another almost and one in the fourth quarter, I believe, that, they ended up coming out. But I like what I saw from Will Riley. I was watching for the Clippers broadcast, and they were glazing Will Riley. They're saying he's really smooth. I believe one of the broadcasters was saying that he's been watching Will Riley since Illinois. He thinks Will Riley's going to be a future star. Take it as you will. Yes, Nolan Alonzo. I pointed it out earlier in the stream. Can Keyshawn be a franchise? His defense on Kawhi alone was immaculate. It was, dude. Especially in the third quarter when we went on that run. He was putting the clamps. On-ball defense, dude. He was doing it. Like, and then imagine Keyshawn George gets subbed out. Not only that, the Vooch comes in, and then, I don't know where, obviously, Clippers start, scoring. Yeah, I noticed that Keyshawn George was giving him problems, man. Even though Kawhi did have 33 points, but, let me get straight to my notes. Let me finish this already at the 18-minute mark. Bagley tonight, man. Bagley started because we were down by 19 points at half. Bagley was leading the way with 9 points, Riley 8. But Bagley finished the game with 15 points and 11 rebounds. Shout out to Bags. Granted, the Clippers were winning 90% of the game. A couple of dudes showed out tonight. Middleton did his thing. Solid night for Middleton. Keyshawn George obviously showed out. Bagley showed out. The Vooch had, and Will Riley had a positive night as well. Champetti had a solid night, but not, Let's see here. Will Riley's arms are so small and thin, sometimes I don't see them. Yeah, man. I don't know what God was doing when he was... That's a cruel joke, man. Just like... what is it, damn near 6'10" with a 6'8" wingspan? Nah. See, I got a couple jokes in my head right now. I'm just like, nah, that's a low blow. That's a low blow. I can't. And I'm 5'7". I'm over here trying not to make fun of a dude who's 6'10", who's in blessed, but 6'8" wingspan. Damn. Anyways, let me finish my notes. Let's see here. In the third quarter, it was the Keyshawn George, Chris Middleton, and Bagley show. those three dudes ended up helping us out in our run. We came out immediately on a 7-0 run, just start the third quarter. Trey had a nice no-look pass to Middleton on a fast break, which was awesome to see. Trey Johnson had 10 points tonight, 4-10 from the field, 2 of 6 from the 3, 3 assists. But I did that nice no-look pass to Middleton in the fast break. Middleton, easy layup underneath the basket. But who the hell's texting me at 1:16 a.m.? The heck? Who the hell's blowing up my phone? Go to sleep. Let's see here. Like I said, we were down by 24 points at one point. We cut it to 1. We saw the Clippers panicking. The Clippers broadcasters, they were just like, here we go again, because apparently the Clippers been, having been losing big game leads throughout the games recently. And 5'7" is tall for me. I'm not Mexican. I'm Filipino. No, I'm not Filipino. I'm Bolivian. Difference, dude. There's a difference. What was I saying? Keyshawn George, we scored 12 of his 19 points at that time in the third quarter. Then the Vucevic came in, and the Vuce effect. Like I said, 10 points. I believe he had 8 points in the third quarter alone. He was only playing because Sarr was out. And like I said, he was doing his thing. But defensively, as soon as Vooch checks in, immediately the Clippers start scoring because they were on a dry spell for like 3 minutes. So you win some and you lose some with the Vooch. Granted, he had a solid night. I got to give him that. But his drop coverage is horrible, man, on pick and roll. And immediately James Harden starts feasting on him. So, I don't know. But then the other night, the Vooch did have 5 blocks. So, but still, that was very noticeable. Then in the fourth quarter, Clippers start the fourth quarter on 11-2 run. I believe we were down by 7 points entering the fourth quarter. Clippers went on an 11-2 run. Pretty much pulled away from us. We went on a drive spell. Bob had an off night. In the fourth quarter, man, couldn't do anything. I mean, not even do anything. I'm sorry. I don't want to dog on him too much, but jumpers just weren't going in for him. It just wasn't. Riley had a couple of nice drives in the fourth quarter, though. Like I said earlier, he almost had an N1. But, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, the fast break, 26-12. Transition defense right there, man. I feel like we dug ourselves too much in a deep hole in the first half, and we just couldn't, especially with Sarr out. Couldn't do that much. Let's see right here. Let's see what chat's saying. Keyshawn George is the most Filipino player of the game. Yeah. You never met Bolivians, said Rich Reloaded. If you are from the DMV, I'm pretty sure you have. If you are in Virginia, if you're based in Virginia, odds are you've had a salteño or two. There's a big Bolivian community in Virginia. Huge. All my family's there. That's why I don't go to Virginia. That's why I stay my ass in Maryland. But yeah, man. We play the Kings on Friday at 10 p.m. And then on Saturday, we play the Nuggies at 9 p.m. Back-to-back. The Kings won tonight. Damn it, they did. God bless Sacramento. They won by 112. They beat the Knicks. Let's finish this stream off how we always do. The Tankathon. And then I'm going to call it quits, y'all. I gotta go to bed. We all gotta go to bed. So now we have leapfrogged the Kings. This is how sad we're at right now. We gotta freaking, root for other teams to win and shit. Kings are on a 3-game winning streak. So, I don't know. They could belt to ass us on Friday. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. I don't know. The Pelicans won. So look at this, y'all. We're now have the third worst record. Pelicans pretty much tied with us. Granted, they have more losses. And then the Pacers have been playing better as of late. They just recently lost, but I believe they were on a 2-game winning streak. So, things are looking up after we freaking lost. But hey, man, I said in the stream, even though obviously I'm looking out for the games of the Pacers and the Pelicans and the Kings, primarily I'm looking at these three teams for the rest of the season. Yeah, New Orleans won. Yeah, I talked about. Yep, Ben's right. I'm looking at these three teams. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end the stream because I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up early. The Jazz, the Hornets, and the Mavericks. Why do I say that? Because, well, I mean, I feel like we're gonna find our footing eventually. I'm too high on our young bucks. Sarr's a stud. George is a stud. Trey Johnson, it's a matter of time before he's just, If the Jazz, Hornets, and Mavericks continue just, playing somewhat 500 basketball, they can get distance from us for when we eventually start winning again. I'm not saying we're going to go on a 12-game winning streak or anything like that. No. We might just play 500 ball here and there. But that's why I'm mainly looking at the Jazz, Hornets, and Mavericks. I want them to, they won. I believe they all won recently. But, continue pulling away from us to give us more of a safe space, if you will. Like I said, we just need a top 4 worst record. We guarantee our pick right there with that. Also, I'm worried about the Mavs because granted, Anthony Davis is out, but I can see them pivoting to a full tank. I'm not too worried about the Hornets. They've been playing much better as of late. I am a bit worried about the Jazz because, it's weird because they got Keontae George and Larry Marketing playing really good this year, but I can see them pivoting towards the tank as well. So it is what it is. I'm going to end the stream there, y'all. Last comment of the day goes to Red PG. Why was Sarr ejected? He swung on Kawhi. He had enough. He swung on him, and the police came on court. So I'm just playing. No, he had two technicals. He had one technical in the first quarter. Yeah, he had one technical in the first quarter, jawing at the ref. And in the second quarter, it says right here, you be the judge. He got a tech for this, dude. For spiking the ball. Barely even spiking it. That ball was extra bouncy right there. And he look. This is the face of guilt right here. He's like, oh, shit, I fucked up. He knows it. He thinks he's cursing the ball in French right now because he's just like, dude, why are you betraying me right now? I barely even bounced you. He doesn't put that much force in it. He doesn't. But he got a tech for this in the second quarter, and he got ejected after two techs. So I don't know. I think it was a soft tech. I think it was the BS tech, but y'all be the judge on that. Let's see here. TGW's photo says, what's good, Bucket? Finally caught a long string. Big bounce back from Keyshawn George. Manny, if you could stay aggressive. Agreed. If you can just be selfish. Just be selfish. You know what I mean? Be selfish. Sometimes you need to be selfish if you want to get to good places in life. Be selfish. Be somewhat selfish. We know his passing skills, but, a selfish Key, to me, is an all-star type player. I'm sorry. I think he got that bag. That's one thing I worry about. It's just like with Trae Young in town, like that's my biggest fear. Is just like, okay, Key's gonna be most likely gonna be relegated to catch and shoot off ball. I don't want that. Hopefully they can work the things out right there, but it is what it is. Ken Lewis says, be consistent. Perhaps, maybe, talking about Key, I'm assuming. Yeah, he's been a bit off lately. He had been a bit of an off night. But I like seeing what I see from here. Red PG says, if we get a wing in the top 5, should we move Bilal into 2026? I don't think he deserves the max. Bilal? Bilal don't deserve nowhere. Bilal don't even deserve a team-friendly D right now with his freaking injuries. I think what we will do is I don't know, actually. It depends. If we get a wing, I'm assuming it'll be what, Debonsa? But granted, with Debonsa, I think he'll play the 4 with Keyshawn George playing the 3. So it would still have Bilal coming off the bench, playing like around 20, 22 minutes a game. So there'll still be a spot for Bilal. Anyways, I'm going to call it quits, y'all. If you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. We lost. Fuck it. Fuck it. We play the Kings on Friday, y'all, at 10 p.m. So I'm going to go live after that game, too. Yeah, hopefully Bilal's healthy by then, but we'll see. All right, y'all.